Salut à tous, donc je suis ici à Montréal au Tristar en compagnie de Sage Northcutt. Thank you very much, Sage, for this interview.
Hi, thank you very much.
So Sage, how are you now? You are here in Montreal. You came here at the Tristar to train. What is the reason behind that?
Well, I was coming here to check out the gym, and I really love it. So I'm gonna be back, and I'm at school right now at Texas A&M in Texas and in College Station, Texas. But I'm gonna be back for sure to train. So I'm coming back.
That's nice. So you did this amazing fight at the UFC for your first fight at the UFC. Did you have some pressure, to do your debut at the UFC?
No, I know there's a lot of people watching and lots of friends and family because it was in Houston where I'm from. But I didn't have any nervousness or anything. So I was ready. I was pumped up, of course, because the UFC is incredible. So I just had a good time out there. It was fun.
A nice victory. So first round, clean, and at the end of this fight, you did this crazy one leg, flip. How do you to have this kind of how do we say explosiveness?
Yes, sir. So actually, the flip we use that in karate and in competing in karate, and it's called something different in karate. But since I was the first one doing the octagon in the UFC, I call it the Tristar, and it is very explosive.
So what is your background? You did karate?
Yes, karate since I was about 4.5 years old, and traveling all around the world: Russia, Croatia, Ireland, Italy. Everywhere for competing about every other weekend. By the time I was about 11 or 12 years old, so competing my whole life pretty much.
Well, and at what time did you discover the MMA? At what age?
The MMA, I started fighting MMA at 17.
All right.
So in Texas, normally you fight at 18 years old, but my parents just signed off on it and started when I was 17. And I love it.
All right, yeah. So now you are 6-0. I'm right?
Yes, sir. 6-0.
Okay. And who was your role model in MMA?
Definitely George St. Pierre, for sure.
Okay.
I've always looked up to him. The way he carries himself, he's very humble, and he's just an incredible athlete. Ripped up, lean, in shape, everything. So
Yeah, I saw some pictures of you with him, and I imagine that you were glad to meet him in person.
yes, I loved it. Yes, sir. And he trains here too at Tristar, so it's amazing.
Yeah, so besides competing and doing MMA, so you're studying, is it hard for you to combine studies and also, competition?
It's a little bit tough because I'm in engineering for Texas A&M, which is in Texas, but the school I'm at is the #1 school in the nation for engineering, so it takes a lot of studying, but I've cut back on the classes and the workload so I can train too at the same time.
Okay.
So it's a little tough.
Yeah, imagine. What will be your dream fight at the UFC right now?
Well, anybody's dream fight would be fighting for the title, but right now I'd like to take it fight by fight, one fight at a time, and work my way there. So
Yeah, I saw some comments on the internet about Kevin Lee saying that maybe it was not really impressive your victory, and maybe he would like to face you. Would you agree to face him in the octagon?
I would say I would just tell him to focus on whoever he's fighting and make sure he doesn't get cut from the UFC. And I know the UFC has so many fighters, so I would tell him to focus and make sure he's not getting cut, and it's who they really picked for me. So
We saw this new TV show with Dana White. It was to discover new talents, and he saw you fighting at the LFC, and you had this victory. So did you have some pressure, to see Dana White, in front of you fighting, and it was for you like intense?
Well, believe it or not, actually, for this legacy fighting, I was in Lake Charles, and I had no idea that Dana White was there. So I went out there to fight, and as I'm about to walk out, I heard rumors, hey, Dana White's here, and so of course that got me, oh man, I'm super excited. So when I actually went out there into the cage to fight, I actually saw him out there in the audience, and I was like, this is amazing. So I finished my guy in the first round, and I finished him fast, so it was just amazing, like divine intervention. He happened to be there, it was perfect.
Some, journalists said that you could be, even the next Jean-Claude Van Damme, in movies. Is it something that would you like to do, like movies, acting?
Absolutely, yes, sir. That's what I really love to do. So I've done commercials before, but I love to do acting in movies, action movies, anything like that. So I'm looking forward to that.
And what are your hobbies besides, martial arts and MMA? Do you like other things like video games or doing other sports? I don't know.
Yes, other sports like I like riding dirt bikes, motorcycles. I know I don't really do that anymore because I'm focused on the fighting. So, but fishing, everything like all the outdoors, men's stuff. So stuff like that.
Good. And when can we expect to see you fighting again at the UFC?
Hopefully in December. So I know there's a big fight card December 10th or something down there.
Vegas,
so a few months.
Yeah.
Yes, and they have the super fight, and they have the one in Brazil, I believe, and Las Vegas, and they have the Ultimate Fighter finale, right, or show. So Hopefully sometime then.
Yeah, 3 UFCs in a row in Vegas in December, so it could be great to see you there. As far as I'm concerned, I'll be there, and I'll be glad to see you fighting.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, and enjoy your stay here in Montreal.
Thank you very much. I'm enjoying it.